What a wonderful day. No, wait, that's the wrong movie. My bad. So, Furiosa Mad Max Saga is officially out. I just saw it and honestly, this film blew me away. It delves deeply into the backstory of one of the most iconic characters from the Mad Max universe, and that is Imperator Furiosa. This film explores the evolution from the captive in the wasteland to the fierce warrior we meet in Mad Max Fury Road. And this is the interesting thing, I didn't realize how late Anya Taylor-Joy would be coming into the film. What was it, a 45 minute mark or something like that? To begin with, we had Alila Brown, who played the younger Furiosa, and I think she had more lines than Anya Taylor-Joy. Both her and Anya Taylor-Joy had a mix of vulnerability and burgeoning strength. And by that I mean it traces a journey from innocence to a hard-edged warrior. Both of the character development is meticulously crafted, showing us how she navigates, or how they navigate the brutal world, forging alliances and learning to fight for survival. But whoever watched this movie, they would say the exact same thing. Chris Hemsworth is phenomenal in this film. He plays a complex antagonist, not the one that you saw in Mad Max Fury Road, which I was kind of worried that he would be very similar to that, but he brought something else of his own, and that is bringing a charismatic yet menacing presence to the screen. He's a ruthless warlord, and he serves both as a foil and catalyst for Furiosa's development. The cinematography, let's just talk about the cinematography right here. It's got a distinctive color palette. We know that from the 2015 film as well as this, but this color palette is just to die for, especially on an IMAX or Dolby screen. You have plenty of wide shots of a barren, sun-scorched deserts that emphasize the harshness of a post-apocalyptic world. And these shots don't only set a tone, but also highlights the isolation and desolation faced by all the characters. And of course, the dynamic action set pieces. Oh my lord. You got the high-octane chase sequences and combat sequences, which are captured with kinetic camera movement and quick cuts. And it creates a sense of urgency and chaos that mirrors the character struggles. And I think that is deeply important, especially of a film to this scale. The color palette has muted tones and contrasting hues, and this is where I tell people that going to a cinema with great speakers make all the difference. If you go to a regular screen compared to a screen which has IMAX or Dolby, there is a night and day difference, and this film is evident of that. In this film you have atmospheric soundscapes. The sound design captures the vast emptiness and brutal intensity of the wasteland. You got the howling winds of the desert to the roar of the engines and the clanging of makeshift weapons. Every sound is meticulously crafted to draw the audiences into the world of Furiosa and the Mad Max Saga. I guess the only downside to this film I have is the CGI, and now hear me out. The CGI of the original film, not the original Mel Gibson film, but the Mad Max Fury Road 2015 film, that CGI was used to enhance the practical effects and it worked really well. But in this film, it felt like it was a cheap way of doing it. There were some moments where the CGI felt like it just stuck out, and I could visibly see that shot is blown straight out of proportion. But I'm guessing doing the set pieces that they are trying to do, you'd need that bit of finesse from CG. But this is a film that you have to watch on the big screen. Watching it at home won't hit the same way, I promise you that. This is a film that you will need to experience in IMAX, in Dolby, audibly hearing the sounds of engines and the sound design. This is an experience like no other, and I'm just so glad that this film didn't disappoint me as much as I thought it was going to when I watched the trailer for the first time. I wasn't completely sold on it, and that's my honest opinion when I first watched the trailer, but I'm so glad this proved me wrong, and I'm so glad that I got to watch it in the cinemas. Furiosa Mad Max Saga is a phenomenal film that needs to be watched on the best screen possible. What did you think of it? Have you seen it? Let me know in the comments.